near schools.
U.S. soldiers are killing themselves at an alarming rate. So far this year, an average of one soldier a day is committing suicide. Tonight in our special series, Home from War, Fox 31 Denver's Jeremy Hubbard takes a look at this unsettling trend.
The suicide rate is actually outpacing the number of soldiers killed in Afghanistan this year by some 50%. And there have been some high-profile cases here in Colorado, too. It's gotten so bad, the Defense Department has even set up a suicide prevention office. And soldiers we talked to say the reasons for their life-threatening depression are many. Iraq veteran Dan Thibodeau of Colorado Springs was so depressed from the injuries he suffered in an IED explosion. He told us when he came home from war, he held a gun to his head.
Just don't know what to do. Don't know where to turn.
And it's not just the war injuries that are leaving some soldiers depressed. Army Staff Sergeant Sandra Ambitate served in Iraq and never got hurt there. But when she got home from war, she was in a motorcycle accident near Colorado Springs that left her with a severe spinal injury. She was told she may never walk again. And she says in the hospital, she felt like giving up.
There was points to where I didn't want to be here anymore. From
wounds to post-traumatic stress to marital and financial problems, there are plenty of reasons why depression is so high and why the suicide rate among soldiers is up an alarming 24% over last year. So far this year, at least 125 active duty service members have killed themselves. Soldiers like Fort Carson Private Jordan Dubois, who posted this message on his Facebook page back in January, saying, "I'm going to kill myself. This is my last post ever." A little more than an hour later, he was dead. He'd sped his truck into a power pole. Realizing soldier suicide is a burgeoning issue, earlier this year, the Defense Department put out this video plea to all service members.
From private to general, we shoulder an obligation to look and listen for signs, and we stand ready to intervene and assist our fellow service member or battle buddy in time of need.
The military has now set up confidential telephone hotlines, added more mental health workers to the battlefield, and they're spending more money on researching the reasons soldiers want to kill themselves in the first place.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle.
But there is hope. Just ask Dan Thibodeau, who's now working on his chronic pain and taking classes on how to get his life back in order. And Sandra Ambitate, she recovered from her spinal injuries, overcame her feelings of hopelessness, took up mountain climbing, and decided to climb Kilimanjaro a few months ago.
I felt like I proved to myself that, the only disability in life is a negative attitude. Besides that, you can do anything regardless of what's wrong with you or where you're going through.
To learn more about how to help suicidal soldiers right here in Colorado, log on to our website. There you can also find more resources for soldiers returning from Iraq and Afghanistan, and also every story from our ongoing series on the Home from War page at kdvr.com. Jeremy Hubbard, Fox 31, Denver.
The future pilots of our country looking a little different than their predecessors.
I worked the desk at my flight school, and they asked me if I was a flight attendant.